And we are live. Hello, guys. Welcome to Jason, Jay, and Toby Nightly. Sorry, I should have been doing this show earlier, guys. I've come down with something, and I've been feeling pretty sick today. So I don't know how long the show is going to be. I wanted to just get something out to you guys because I told you I would do a nighttime episode, but feeling a little under the weather today. So probably going to wait till tomorrow or whenever we do our next show to fully get into things. But I want to bring you guys a couple news stories. This should have been at about 5 p.m. It's now 9 p.m., so I do apologize. But today on the show, a man is charged with hit and run after allegedly hitting 2 teen girls and leaving one in critical condition. A California father suspected of DUI is charged with the murder of his 5-year-old daughter who was killed in a crash. The twin brothers suspected in Governor Whitmer kidnapping plot are released from house arrest. And former LA Dodgers player Yasiel Puig is denying sexual assault allegations, as well as much, much more. If you're not familiar with our show here, hey, buddy, we are the sister show to the main Jason Hebert channel, where we interview the loved ones of missing persons and unsolved crimes in an effort to help spread awareness and bring justice. This morning and nighttime show is a bit of an extension to that program and works a bit differently. Instead of interviewing the subjects, we instead take a look at stories from a third-party perspective and give our own opinions of them, as well as communicating with you guys, the subscribers, through the chat in an effort to get to know you better. Excuse me. We also raise money during the show to support the efforts required to find the families we interview, research their cases, promote the stories, and everything else that comes along with the time-intensive processes that have come to make up the nearly 125 interviews we have on our main channel. So we do appreciate anyone who can donate to support. If you wish to do so, the link is in the description of the video and will also be being posted throughout the chat. Now, if you do donate, we will go ahead and give you guys credits such as this. Stream supporters. We'll post it throughout the chat. Right now, you'll see N/A because I don't think anyone has donated just yet, although I haven't had a chance to look. Sorry, guys, I'm really not feeling well today. So today will be a little bit of a shorter show, and we've been planning to do a longer format where we also go over Annie's cases. And I told her it was going to be today. It might be the next show because I don't know how long this one's going to be. So I apologize, Annie. It's just with the internet problems today and then me not feeling too well. I think it might be best just to wait till the next show if you're okay with that. This is how we show you guys love right here. We throw you up on the screen. So right where it says N/A, that's where you will go if you decide to help out and donate to support the show. All right, now let me just bring up our main account here so that when you guys do donate, we know right away and I can give you guys immediate credit. My job process is going well for anyone wondering. I think within a couple weeks I will have it. They got long background check and all that stuff. Okay, cool. Thank you, Annie. I wanted to make sure. I'm like, hope she's not upset about that because I know you've been working very hard on it. We got to start getting your stories out there. Just checking my emails. Okay, so yeah, the job. My partner is freaking adorable. That is the Toby man. He stays with us constantly. And every time somebody donates, we give him a treat. He gets one per donation. Although for the first 10 minutes, we call it the lightning round. Any donations that come in will get Toby double treats. So if you would like to help him out and get him a double treat, you can donate within the first 10 minutes. Whether it's one donation or 3, he'll get double treats for it. We all should have one by our side. We sure should. Especially one like this that's nice and quiet. Lets you just kind of do your thing. Toby's the most chill dog ever. That's my favorite thing about him. He'll just relax with you, He doesn't require much attention. So he's my buddy. So I don't think we have any donations yet, so we can hold off on that, and I'll show you guys exactly how that works once one comes in. So we'll get it's 9:05 my time now. We'll give it till 9:15 for the lightning round, getting Toby double treats. Right, buddy? He's staring at me. Let's go over the news stories first, and then we'll take a look at that after. Oh. Sorry, guys, I passed out. Whenever we finish the show, what time did we finish early, right? I pretty much went to sleep from then till now. What was that, 8 hours? Yeah, I'm feeling really weird today, under the weather. So a California man is charged with hit and run, and I got the allergies working, after allegedly injuring 2 teen girls, and one is in critical condition. The car accident occurred on Saturday afternoon. Okay, so this was a bit ago. Oh boy, look at this guy. Okay. And he's putting the link to donate there. It's also in the description, which will be above or below the video, depending on where you're watching from. We've been also streaming to Facebook, which is why I say that. So that's why the view count goes up and down quite a bit, because Facebook people scrolling. But this is the man responsible. Again, his name's Alexander Ramos. Anything that we cover here, there are no hard accusations. Everything's alleged. But all we do here is read the news. So this is Alexander Ramos. A California man has been arrested in connection to a hit-and-run car accident over the weekend. Irwindale police said in a news release Wednesday that Alexander Ramos, 41, had been arrested on felony charges of hit and run, causing injury or death, felony child endangerment, and violation of his parole conditions. Oof. Yuck, says Ronnie. Yuck. Sorry, that caught me off guard. Irwindale police said in a news release Wednesday that Alexander Ramos, I just read that, sorry. It was not clear if Ramos has obtained legal representation or if he has entered a plea at this time. Toby says that's correct. Shortly after 3 p.m. this Saturday, police were called to a single-car collision after a blue Honda Accord hit a palm tree in the street's center divider. 2 15-year-old girls were found injured on the scene. Wow, 15. One of the teenagers initially told police that she had been driving the car at the time of the crash, but later recanted at the hospital, telling police her stepfather had been driving and had left the scene before authorities arrived. Oh, I hope she's telling the truth. Whoever is responsible needs to be the one to get credit for that one. That's for sure. But since she initially said she was driving, it makes me wonder. He definitely looks like it could be him. But was it him or was it her? Good question. She could have been covering for her stepfather in the beginning, or she maybe could have just been using him to get off herself when she realized how much trouble she was in. Who knows? I really hope the truth comes out on that one. We do have our first donation coming in from the lovely Ronnie. Thank you so much, Ronnie. So like I was telling you guys, here's how we do it. Put you up on screen like this. Ronnie for $10. Now, it will take a moment because I'm going to show the screen so you guys can see. People like to see Toby get his treats. They want to know that we're telling the truth. One. Oh, you got to say thank you to Ronnie too, buddy. Toby always says thank you. Oh, boy. I'm going to stay as long as I can for you today, guys, but I got to get back to sleep. I'm like feeling cold and, all that sicky stuff. But we'll try to get a halfway decent show in there for you. Okay. Give me 1 second, guys. I just hear something going. Thank you, Ronnie. Going on. Just bear with me. I'll be back in 2 seconds. All right, guys. Sorry about that. I need to rest share. I know, sounds like flu, Pookie. Yeah, that's what I think. So I hope it doesn't affect me too bad. I want to be able to get my shows out to you guys. Today, we got a good turnout today. 20 people hanging out. Awesome. But yeah, I am definitely under the weather. Okay. So again, I hope if this girl did this accident, she needs to take credit for it. But if the stepfather really did run, first of all, what a horrible thing to do. You leave your girls there to take the credit for an accident because you're scared about the consequences, I guess. Yeesh, I hope he didn't do that. But if he did, then yeah, let them know he did it, so that because you're going to get a charge on your record, young girl, that you don't need. Nobody needs that kind of stuff. If you're not responsible for it, then do not get hit with it. So Ramos was identified as the driver, it says, and investigators learned that he was on parole. That's why he ran. Ramos turned himself in on Monday, and he was booked into the West Covina City Jail, where he remains in custody. He is on a no-bail parole hold, police said. If you guys know our story from earlier, that's a good thing, because a guy that did something pretty bad got out. That was, I think, a bond, though, not a parole or whatever. He got out of jail, though, when he should have been in, and he killed the girl that he had previously hurt. So you know what? Let them stay in there till they work it out fully. One of the teenage girls was released to her parents, while one remains in the hospital in serious condition, according to police. Wow. If anything happens to that girl, he's going to feel awful. Not just that he caused the accident, but that he ran and left them there. Hey, Denise. Denise, I'm going to message you when I finish here. I've been really under the weather today. I know you have a case for me. I'm pretty open, so we'll be able to work out a day. I just want to see how I feel by the morning, Denise, because I definitely don't want to commit to anything right now. I've been sleeping all day and feeling pretty lousy. So once I for sure know how I feel, we'll schedule your case. I have about 4 or 5 waiting, so I got to get going and get on the ball. Next case, a California father suspected of DUI is charged with the murder of his 5-year-old daughter who was killed in a crash. How sad. It's all kids today. You guys notice that? Every article is kids for some reason. Ernesto Avalos, 28 years old, was allegedly driving under the influence of drugs or alcohol at the time of the crash, police said Wednesday. So he got high or drunk or both, took a drive, killed his poor, beautiful 5-year-old daughter. Goes to show you guys why you should never, ever drive like that, but particularly don't take your kids in the car if you're like that. Come on. What are you doing? Give the kids every chance at a beautiful life you can, and taking them for a ride while you're drunk is not doing that. California man has been charged with murder after allegedly crashing into a light pole, leaving his 5-year-old daughter dead and another child injured. Ernesto Avalos, 28, was allegedly driving under the influence of drugs or alcohol at the time of the crash, police said Wednesday. In addition to murder, Avalos faces 2 felony counts of child endangerment and a felony DUI, court records show. The victim was identified by family. Oh, sorry, guys. 1 second. I forgot to put the credit up on screen for the donation. So sorry. There we go. Thank you to Ronnie. That's one thing we do for the donation, so I got to keep that up there. I apologize. Sorry about that, Ronnie. The victim was identified by a family as Avalos' daughter, 5-year-old Alexa Avalos, on a GoFundMe campaign created by the family. The memories will remain, however, nothing can take the place of Alexa in our life, her uncle Timothy Fisher wrote on the page. This more so concerns my dearest youngest sister Stephanie, who has lost her one and only daughter. Her pain is known only to her. I can't fathom the agony she is experiencing. I can only imagine. And can you imagine how she feels that the dad chose to drive drunk with the daughter in the car? So please, guys, never do that. Plenty of good people do that. He got his treats, Annie. Yeah, he got his treats. He got double treats. A lot of people make the mistake of driving drunk. I mean, a lot of people have done that. A lot of good people. So I'm not going to chastise someone for that, but do not do it with kids in the car. That's when you're taking a risk not worth taking. I mean, you shouldn't do it at all because other people's kids in another car. I realize that, but I'm just saying it's a mistake we all can make. But when you're putting your own kid in the car, you're knowing that you're causing a huge risk. I don't know. Anyways, our hearts go out to that mother, that poor mother, and that poor little girl who's now resting in heaven. But let's go on to the next story. I'm going to try to not get too deep into each of them, guys, just because it's going to be a shorter show because of how I'm feeling. So the twin brothers suspected in Governor Whitmer kidnapping plot are released from house arrest, but must wear GPS tethers. So Michael and William Null were arrested in October after their alleged involvement in a scheme to kidnap Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer. boy. Look like some serious dudes. Here are William and Michael Null. So I guess they were going to kidnap is it governor or mayor? Governor. Whew. These are the twin brothers. Definitely not identical twins because they sure don't look too much alike. Not to me, anyway. My dad is a twin, but not an identical twin. He doesn't look like his brother. Not too much, anyway. Two twin brothers accused of plotting to kidnap Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer will continue to be monitored on GPS tethers after a judge lifted their curfew and house arrest restrictions, according to officials. Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel announced on Wednesday that Michael and William Null, both 38, will remain tethered as part of the conditions of bond. These men were allegedly part of a complex plot to kidnap and harm the governor, Nessel said in a statement. The severity of these crimes and the disregard the defendants display for our institutions of government warrant close monitoring by the courts. Both men are each facing charges of providing material support for terrorist acts in carrying or possessing a firearm during the commission of a felony. The Null brothers have pled not guilty to the charges against them, according to ABC News. They were among more than a dozen people arrested on either federal or state terrorism charges in October for their alleged involvement in a scheme to overthrow the government and kidnap Whitmer, 49, at her vacation home in the Western District of Michigan. Wow, really? More than a dozen people were plotting this? That's odd. According to Michigan's Department of Attorney General, the Null brothers, along with 4 other individuals who were arrested and charged, are associated with a militia group called the Wolverine Watchmen. Okay. They look related. Yeah, they're twins. Not identical twins, but they are twins. Like I was saying, my dad is a twin, but not identical. So they definitely can look pretty different, even if they're twins. Thank you, Ronnie. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's hard to explain. I don't feel like I'm going to throw up. Not yet, anyway. It's just like very weak, cold, tired kind of thing. You know, like I'm kind of rushing through this, but I shouldn't, but that's kind of so what's going on in my head right now, just because of how I feel. Former LA Dodgers player Yasiel Puig denies sexual assault allegations. The athlete was accused last year of assaulting a woman in a bathroom at the Staples Center in 2018. Wow. Really? In the bathroom of the stadium? That's really odd. Staples Center is where the Lakers play, not where he would play. The former LA Dodgers player, 30 years old, released a statement with his lawyers on Wednesday, marking the first time he has publicly spoken about the allegations against him since they were brought by an anonymous woman in an October 2020 civil lawsuit. His lawyers denied the claims in the lawsuit at the time. Let me be clear and set the record straight once and for all. These allegations are totally false. The evidence proves they are false, and I look forward to all the facts and the truth coming out. I have to say, I always like to, if somebody's saying this happened to them, I always want to give them the chance because it would be the worst thing ever to have this happen and, people don't believe you. But at the same time, that's a really odd accusation to do this in the bathroom of the stadium. I mean, there are thousands of people there. Was this not during a game, I'm guessing, maybe? Why would he be there for? The athlete, who is currently a free agent, claimed in his statement that his accuser had approached him and didn't want to continue their relationship because she was engaged. Oh, okay. I don't know, guys. I don't know enough to make a decision, but I have to say that is a really odd place for a guy to try to do that. But I guess by the same token, that might have been the only place he would have had the chance, right? That might be the other side of the argument. The fact is I had consensual sex with a woman I met at a Lakers game after she propositioned me, he says. Afterwards, we talked about going out together, but she said she did not want her fiancé to find out, Puig said. We messaged each other afterward and planned to get together again, but never did. She's now suing me based on completely made-up allegations. That's an odd one, guys. The woman, whose identity remains anonymous and is identified as Jane Roe in the lawsuit, alleged last year that Puig assaulted her in a bathroom at the Staples Center in October 2018. According to the lawsuit, Rowe was forced into a bathroom and Yaziel Puig grabbed at her, trying to take her clothes off, touched her sexual organs during the struggle, and eventually pinned her with one arm and used his other to, let's just say, touch himself. I don't want to get into pretty big detail there. I'm not going to go through all that. You get the idea. Rowe reportedly said in the lawsuit that she did not know Puig other than briefly meeting him in a VIP lounge at the Lakers game. So these are two entirely different stories. I don't even know where to begin on this one, guys. Somebody's lying big time. And with that story, it really could be either one of them, right? I don't know what to say there, except that somebody is lying their butt off. All right, guys, we're going to probably start winding down here in the next 10 minutes. So it's only going to be about a half an hour show, which is pretty short for us. I do apologize, but I just really feel like I got to get to sleep since I don't feel well. So we're going to go over one last story in this last 10 minutes. Yeah, it's pretty nasty, Radar. It got into a lot of detail there. I was like, yeah, I'm not reading that out loud. People might have kids next to the computer. I don't want them to have to hear that. So, okay, guys, we'll do since we're going to only go for about 10 more minutes because I'm just really, I wanted to bring you guys something, but I'm really under the weather. We'll do a final lightning round for the last 10 minutes. So anyone who donates will get Toby double treats, and that'll be it. So if you are planning on donating, please do so now because the show is only going to be a few minutes longer. So we do appreciate you. I unfortunately just can't, I can't do the hour to 2 hours we typically do. I can't do it tonight. I'm sorry. That's the link to do so if you're going to support. Thank you so much to everyone who does. Let's take a look at the final story. It's feeling really cold, and it's already cold in this room, so it's making it worse. Something about this room doesn't seem like as insulated as the rest of the house for some reason. But prosecutors think Paul Flores tried to rape Kristen Smart in her dorm room before killing her. So we actually covered the story earlier, and it was a different article. And he's believed to have walked her home long ago in 1996. He's always been the suspect in the case. He's now been arrested, though. So they just recently have come across something that they didn't know previously, although we don't quite know exactly what that is yet. Let me see. So he's accused of murdering Kristen Smart in 1996. Pretty girl. Looks kind of like Elizabeth Smart, actually. This is her. You know, pretty young blonde girl, just like Elizabeth. She was a college student at the time. So nowadays she'd be in her 40s, as he is, because they were the same age. California prosecutors alleged Wednesday that Paul Flores tried to rape Kristen Smart in his dorm room before he killed her. A press release from San Luis Obispo County District Attorney Dan Dow states it is alleged he caused Kristen's death while in the commission of or attempt to commit rape. You know, they were at a party together. He offered to walk her home, for anyone who doesn't know the story. The press release also alleges that Flores' father, Ruben Flores, helped conceal Kristen's body after the murder was committed. At a Wednesday press conference, Dow said significant new information has come into the sheriff's office over the last 2 years, and some very important information just a month ago. So we don't know quite what that is. Dow said Paul Flores, 44, has been charged with first-degree murder in the presumed 1996 killing of Smart, then a 19-year-old California Polytechnic State University San Luis Obispo student. That's a long school name. Who disappeared without a trace on May 24th of that year. Of course, the day I'm sick, we get the largest turnout ever, huh? Well, not largest ever, but largest lately. Got a lot of people here. What a shame. I apologize, guys. Who disappeared without a trace on May 24th of that year after attending an off-campus party. This is Mr. Flores. I showed him earlier, so I won't show him again. Oh, okay, that's his dad. So Ruben Flores it says Ruben Flores, 80 years old. I thought it was a mistake, but it's because his dad got arrested too. Apparently he played some part. So Paul Flores is in his 40s. Ruben Flores is 80. Ruben's charged with accessory after the fact to the crime of the murder. So I'm going to guess he helped get rid of the body or something. Maybe the son called him and said, Dad, I really messed up. I was trying to get with this girl and she was drunk or whatever story he would have told. We can all put together the pieces that likely happened. Right, Toby? Toby's grunting. So I guess he's getting tired too. Yeah, so anyways, we will do our talking in court, says Robert Sanger, who's Paul Flores' attorney, Harold Messick. He says his client will enter a plea of not guilty at an arraignment scheduled for Thursday. I disagree with the district attorney. He tells people, I don't believe there is any evidence, especially objective physical evidence, that my client has committed any crime. I don't think they have sufficient evidence to prove my client has done anything wrong. Well, that's the dad. Yeah, 80 years old. He's an older guy. That's gotta stink, man, to be 80 years old and be facing prison, But at the same time, I know that we all would help our kids. We all want to help our kids right through anything. But I don't know. That is tricky. They do something like that. Ugh. Murder. We have another donation, guys. Look at him. You see? Oh, it was blocking his face. I said, we have another donation. And I went for the button and Toby went, it's like he knew what I was referring to. That was so funny. You guys didn't get to see that. Oh my God. $10 coming in from little Pookie. Thank you so much, Pookie. Oh my God, I wish that wasn't blocking Toby's face. It was hilarious. His eyes widened and he went like this when I think he could tell by my body movement I was getting ready to do a treat. Or he knows the word donation means that by now. I don't know. But either what I said or my body language, he totally knew. That was hilarious. Okay. So like I said, any of our final donations that come in gets Toby double treats. So little Pookie's $10 goes to oh, that was Ronnie, that was the cutest thing he's ever done. He was like this. And he was like this. And what did I say? We got a donation. And I moved and he saw me move and went oh my God. He knew it was coming. Here you go, buddy. So that's his whole life. That's all he has to look forward to is to get a little treat here and there, So why not give him one? That's everything. His nose is running bad too. Oh my God, I wonder if I got him sick. His nose is all running. Hang on, guys. Okay, buddy? Wait, stop it. Okay. Sorry, guys. The Toby's nose is all runny. And we have another donation coming from Mary, who sends $10. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you, guys. You guys help so much when you do that. I just want you to know. I was so appreciated, especially now. I think within 2 weeks, I should have this job that I'm in the process of going through right now. So I think things are going to finally start getting better. But over these last couple months, it's been really, really tough. You guys have literally been like life support to me. So thank you so much. I just want you to know that. Totally appreciate it. But thank God there's looking to be a light at the end of the tunnel. Okay. So 2 more wonderful treats from the lovely Mary. All right. No wonder he was so excited. He could sense treats were on the horizon. Annie, I'll tell you about it personally. I was saying, someone asked me that earlier and I was telling them I kind of want to, I've had a couple things happen. I try to stay kind of private as to what's going on. I'll tell you though, but I still want to say it publicly for a couple of reasons. I'll tell you those reasons too. All right, guys. So Paul Flores, it looks like, again, we don't make any hard accusations, but it does look like him and his dad possibly did this. They have some more information, and what do they say? The crows are finally coming home to roost, or whatever the heck the expression is. I don't know. But he's finally going to pay for it if he did it. Again, that's not my decision to make as to whether or not he did, but it looks like authorities have made that decision. So Poor Kristen Smart, young, pretty girl in the prime of her life, did nothing wrong, was at a college party like every person who's ever went to college has done. And maybe probably had a guy say, hey, I'll walk you home, made her feel safe, and look what happens. She did absolutely nothing wrong, so justice for her. Whether it's this guy or someone else, whoever did it, I hope that they go down for it. And I hope that it's not at the end of their life. They get to live a whole full life, and then they get caught. Let them spend their life in prison because they took away someone else's life. Thank you, Mary. I know you do. We appreciate you guys. Yeah, I'm glad they're moving that case forward too. Guys, I'm so sorry the show is a little shorter, about half as long as our typical ones. I just wanted to try to get something out to you guys. I'm just not feeling well at all today. I can see it in my face too, swollen. So I'm going to end it there, and I'm going to get a nice little rest. Hopefully I feel better by the morning and can get a morning show for you guys. If we do, it'll be at 11:30. If I'm not feeling well, I might skip the morning show, see how I feel for the afternoon show. I'm not quite sure exactly how we're going to do it. But either way, if you don't hear from me, you know that's why. I'm perfectly okay, just not feeling well. And I will see you guys shortly anyways. All right? So good night. I love you guys. Thank you so much to everybody, as well as our supporters. Let me give you guys a shout out here. I think that's everybody. Let me see if any more came in. Give me 1 second. We don't want to miss anybody. If anybody does donate afterwards, we'll shout them out on the next show, of course. But yeah, I think that's it for tonight. We have Ronnie, Pookie, and Mary, all for $10. So thank you so, so much. Little Pookie, Ronnie, Little Pookie, and Mary, of course. And now we're going up to 30 people because, of course, we are. On the one day I feel sick and have to end the show, we get more people than usual coming in. Why not? All right, guys, I love you. At least we know the night times are a good time to broadcast, if nothing else, right? All right, I love you. Take care, and I will see you guys in the morning most likely. All right, and goodbye from Toby, who says bye, everybody. Good night, everybody. Oh, we also should have an interview tomorrow as well, guys. So look forward to that one. So it'll be a good show tomorrow. Hope I feel better by the interview, that's for sure. Okay, take care, guys. Love you.